Tokyo Auto Salon 2026. If you guys have ever been to Japan, Tokyo Auto Salon is the place to find all the giants in the tuning world under one roof. It is chaotic. It's absolutely insane in a different way than SEMA. SEMA, the scope of SEMA is larger, but Tokyo Auto Salon is packed in. There are so many people, so many things to see. So I'm gonna try and show you a few key booths that are kind of important, starting with GR and Toyota. They have a press conference in about half an hour, and apparently they might be announcing either an MR2 concept or a full-blown production car. That's close to me because I've owned a couple of MR2 turbos. Honda has a press conference, Nissan has a press conference, and then of course, all of the tuning giants that everybody comes to Tokyo Auto Salon to come and see in person. So I have no idea what to expect. It's gonna be chaotic. Let's go for a ride. This looks like a fully custom, like two-frame chassis type build. This does not look like either any kit car I've seen or am familiar with. Wow, Hakosuka. Wow, a ton of custom bits. Check these out. These headlight covers, full roll cage. This is actually something that I learned recently while I was here. Maybe you guys knew this, maybe you didn't, but here in Japan, you can actually install a full roll cage on your car. And if it has padding or it lives up to or is like built in such a way that it passes regulations, you can just insure it for the street with a full cage, which is something that would never fly back in Canada. The side exit exhausts, they are very prevalent here at the show so far. What are these, 6-inch wheels? What? Look at my hand. Beautiful old Nissan pickup, quintessential ITBs. Wow, check this out, fully custom valve cover there. That's gorgeous, but very kind of like industrial, practical look. Definitely not for show. I could see this thing whipping on a back road. Sideways, of course. Okay, so prior to the show, Toyota had released a teaser video referencing a midship two-seater. We all thought, oh, they're obviously going to unveil a new MR2. GR has so much momentum right now. Well, turns out they built a mid-engine two-seater K-truck in a competition against Daihatsu. We got trolled, so here I am trying to hide my disappointment. No MR2 announcement. So, I don't know, maybe we'll hear about an MR2 in the future. A lot of us are waiting for it. But for now, this is the first public debut of the GR GT3 and GT. This shot alone gives you an idea of how crowded this show is. GR GT3, this is of course the race car. And here's the one a lot of you guys are probably more interested in. The one you might actually see on the road, GR GT. This is the prototype right here. A ton of air extraction going on. It is a transaxle, so that explains a lot. You guys might not get a lot of trunk space. If any, this might just be a little bit more hardcore than somebody who's looking for a true Grand Tourer would like to have. Honestly, it was kind of worth coming here just to see the GR GT and GT3 alone in person. It's pretty cool. I think Toyota's on the top of their game right now. And if, hopefully at some point, they come out with a next generation affordable, like sub $60,000, $70,000 mid-engine car, hopefully with a manual, I mean, game over. All right, you guys, this is something I definitely did not see at SEMA. I believe this is an R31, but it's a GTS turbo, I'm assuming. Folk Racing 21Cs. I mean, I've been here for 5 minutes, but yeah, this is by far my favorite car so far. Actually looks kind of functional. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's just got over fenders there, not tacked on. I mean, these are fully custom, integrated so nicely. Oh, there you go. R31 house. If they have an Instagram, I'll put it in the description. Full bride interior, even the rear seats are done. Oh, never mind, you guys. Wah, wah, wah. It's an automatic. That sucks. Still though, great body work, great paint work. Moving on. Okay, what we're looking at right now, you guys, GR Yaris Morizo RR. 81 out of 200. So maybe that means they're making 200 of these, and then it has a layout of the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, the track layout. You guys notice it is also automatic, but that is not a steering wheel I recognize. It's got a ton of controls on it. Still got back seats, but if you come to the outside, it has a massive wing. This is, yeah, I don't know, maybe not the most aesthetically pleasing looking wing, but that's not the point. I'm driving a Nissan Z this week. You'll see that video soon, but some of the roads are even way too small for a car like a Nissan Z, so you need something smaller like a GR Yaris. Good old RAV4 GR Sport. That's a great looking crossover. Whoa, this is giving me mid-2000s tuning vibes right here. Specifically the headlights. This is straight out of Need for Speed Underground 2. And then the practical stuff. If you guys played Gran Turismo, you probably know what a Daihatsu Move is. Daihatsu Move, outfit of the day, okay? Never in my life did I think I was gonna see a Daihatsu Move with forged carbon fiber in the back. Ah, there you go. Decatora. Veilside FRS, or I guess GR86. I'll keep my opinions to myself. You guys let me know what you think about the rear end there. LZ6, so this is Sun Kang's new build. That is absolutely stunning. Yeah, cars like these, just as much a piece of art as it is a functional toy. Wow, what is this? Okay, wow, Porsche 962C, Madeleine. You guys know those guys, creating some of the most insane Porsches and other kind of classics, race cars. Wow, this is crazy. What is this? This is a Honda NSX. And even though that the second generation is not that old, this looks like a brand new car. And this is a second generation NSX. I know production just ended only a couple of years ago, but NSX Tribute by Ital Design. I believe Ital Design was the same company that did that Nissan GTR, kind of like a concept of what the next generation R36 GTR could look like. I'll throw up some photos right now. I saw it actually here in Japan, I think somewhere in Ginza. It was on display when I was here in 2020, but it's pretty cool. This is, you know, kind of not really a resto mod because there is no restoring to be done on a second generation NSX, but you can see even the top hood scoop there. That is clearly kind of an homage or a throwback to the NSX-R, the original one. Advan GTs. Wow, this piece is phenomenal here too. Look at this. Just subtle aero, louvered rear end here. This, you guys, is an absolute win right here. It's so easy to go overboard. They didn't go overboard with the roof scoop. The wing is incredibly subtle. And the front end actually incorporates kind of a little bit of what feels like Toyota design language. You guys can see that flat line on the front end, and then kind of looks like a GR GT. Nagarigawa, that is, if you guys don't know, of course, just outside of Tokyo, the newest track here in Japan, or at least near Tokyo. It's like a private members club, similar to Area 27 up in BC, and RWB, of course. But we were at the meet last night, so we were in the thick of it. GTR heaven, just over 3,000 kilometers on this example here. That's insane. I mean, this is a priceless vehicle. A real nice R33 GTR V-Spec will go for, ooh, it's so tough to quote. I don't know, $75,000 to $100,000, but 3,000 kilometers, someone will pay $250,000 for that, I guarantee you. But here, this is a special car, Tommy Kaira. So this one has a full Tommy Kaira body kit. This is not like the 0R, obviously. That was an R32, but This is a new Tommy Carver car with a full body kit. This front bumper, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but this reminds me of a DC2 Integra Type R, just a little bit, the way that front intake looks. What are you doing? Building an RB26 live. This is incredible. Is there a box? Can I tip this man? What? That is crazy. Craft Sports Japan. I've actually never heard of Craft Sports Japan. Maybe I'm completely just in the dark on that. Maybe you guys know, but it looks like he's going with some upgraded twins on this RB26. That's pretty cool. Takumi Kurosawa. And you get a lot of this at Tokyo Auto Salon, which is hilarious. So what are all these guys photographing? Not a car. No, of course it wouldn't be a car. So funny. So much gold here. BN Sports has a small, just modest booth. VSKFs on this Supra. There's the shot. You guys talk about the SEMA crunch. Well, this is the TAS crunch right here. And a real 400R. There you go. And anytime one of these cars changes hands, I feel like the whole JDM world is watching. Okay, what we're about to look at is one of the most exciting cars here. Probably one of the most innovative cars here. I would have never seen this coming. Maybe you've seen this on Instagram already, but this is the Result Japan Neo 86 kit for the GR86. Of course, it's got the initial delivery. So from the rear and the side, it looks fairly close to a factory GR86. Keeps the factory taillights, nothing going on crazy there. The rear bumper, super clean. The exhaust integrated really nicely into the back there. And then, clearly it's a lot wider than a standard GR86. You can see right here. But look at that, pop-ups integrated onto a GR86. And to someone who doesn't build cars, doesn't modify cars, maybe you would think that this is an easy thing to do. You can just swap in pop-up headlights in place of the fixed headlights, but not only is it probably a wiring issue, these have to go somewhere when they go down, right? And an entire new front bumper is, of course, required for that. Super cool. And sometimes backwards in time is the right way to go. Can you imagine if it had a 4AGE? Now I've had like 30 seconds to think. I feel like the Result Japan 86, the GR86, the taillights, they could have done something more than just keep effectively the same factory taillights. I love the car, I love the idea, the thought process, where they're going with that, the style, but yeah, give it, take it the extra mile at the tail end. But Super GT Series cars in the flesh. This is something you won't see at SEMA. How dare they? How dare they modify a Carrera GT? Nah, I'm messing with you. But at the same time, not really. I like the style, but you've got a fake kind of hood scoop there. What could have been used for functional air extraction. Looks clean. I was ready to hate on this car, you guys, to be honest. But it looks really good. Definitely better than the Gembala Carrera GT from back in the day. That's something that never gets old. F40. WRX STI Sport Sharp prototype. I have no idea what this means. Of course, Subaru currently does not make an STI. 275 PS, AKA right around 275 horsepower. So not a real STI. That is a real STI S4 though. Wow, bright yellow too. That's crazy. Now, of course, what everybody really wants from Subaru right now is a STI wagon. That's what we all want. That's what I want. Even if it was lifted a little bit, that would just be unbelievable. It's kind of crazy to have Lotus in Tokyo Auto Salon. I mean, they're going all electric. This show is so focused on internal combustion that it's strange to have a company here that's just going all out on electric in the years to come. But first time seeing an F1 car, a real F1 car in person actually, which is pretty cool. I mean, if this isn't sketchy, I don't know what is. That's, wow. You are dedicating your entire life to whatever happens next if you jump into one of these cars. Like back in the day, I cannot imagine the lifestyle of someone who raced in Formula One back then. Even now, of course, but safety's come a long way for the better. This very much harkens back to the Silhouette era. All the best kits, they always come from motorsport. They always come from function. When too much thought process goes into it, that's when I get lost. That's when the kits, you're just adding things for the sake of adding things, and restraint comes into play. That's when you get the best design, in my opinion. This is hilarious. What is this? Daihatsu Copen, I think. Yeah, Gran Turismo, duh. All these memories from Gran Turismo are like stored so far in my memory, and then when I come here to Japan, everything just like pops out. What is this? Cruise.
Banzai Cruise, my company.
Oh, no way,
We're gonna be
okay.
the official collaboration company with the Liberty Walk. You know Daikoku tours, right?
Yes, of course, yeah.
You know that 90% of them are illegal.
I was talking to a friend about this that has a shop here, and he was really annoyed at all these people trying to
I got
do that.
the level 2 license, so I can also be a taxi and a chauffeur driver I would say driver here in Japan.
Sure, yeah.
Those cars and my other car is gonna be rental cars.
Wow.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive this one as the lead car. In this one, I have a Moto GTR 35 race car already done.
Okay, what? That's street legal. Oh yeah, wow.
Oh, stop.
That's cool.
So I have this one
That
already
is
ready.
Gorgeous.
Just get it ready yesterday.
Supra, yeah.
Castro race style.
I mean, you're going after the people that are, that have either seen racing or like a lot of this stuff. I was just saying, as soon as I see this is like, I'm from North America,
Yes, sir.
Gran Turismo. Daihatsu Copen, we don't have
Yes, sir.
them, you know? I love it.
So I actually met the Moto race driver, one of them.
Oh,
He
really?
liked the car, he drove the car.
Okay,
as well.
yeah.
And the thing is, I want to do everything legal. Daikoku is still a nice place to go.
Sure,
Some people are mistreating.
of course.
Doing it kind of weird way.
Yeah.
Why not try to make a role model for
Mm-hmm.
everybody? I'm not trying to say that I'm the best one, but
No, for sure. If people
You know?
come to you and have a good experience, then the word can spread from there, and people can decipher from the proper and the not so
Yes,
proper.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's
the
cool.
deal. So my goal is to make a better environment, legal environment for
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
So all my cars are going to be Liberty Walk cars, 6 of them now.
Wow. Okay. Can you explain the GTR badge on the back? Is that just for fun?
Just for fun.
Okay.
Why not?
yeah.
That's the question. Why not?
That's awesome. That's cool, man. What's your name?
Giago, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Marcus.
Banzai Cruise CEO.
That's nuts, man. Hey, well, thanks for showing me the cars. Okay, so that answers the GTR badge on the Liberty Walk Daihatsu Copen. These cars like this, the Honda S660, similar, Honda Beat, of course, convertible K car roadster back in the day, just small little cars that, you don't really want to whip on the freeway going $150, $160. Oh, unfortunately, this one's automatic. You don't want to, be screaming on the expressway, the Wangan, but just a fun car, and obviously these are for show, as is the case with most Liberty Walk cars. Okay, this is cool. I saw this on Instagram before the show. Cool Racing. So basically what they've done is they've made a rally spec out of a GR86. There was some criticism that the kit is a little bit expensive for what you get, but you're getting lifted suspension. It looks like at least 3 inches. It's tough to tell because the tires are obviously bigger. And then the full kit to go with it, the whole, bash bar on the front. I don't know if it also comes with the roof rack, but then as well, they actually offer a couple different options for engine upgrades too. So you can get basically a turbo kit to come with it as well. It's a bit outlandish for me, but okay, well, now I know where the outlandish style comes from. This looks incredibly toned down and chill, conservative versus this. Wow, that wing is just, that's something else. I do like how there's some kind of brand cohesion here though. This is so cool. Cal's Motor, upon first impression, what these guys are doing are taking these Suzuki Jimmies, I think they're called. I was in Mexico 2 weeks ago, and you see these everywhere. And so this company is coming out with a retro body kit for it, effectively to change out the front grille, front bumper, from looking like that to that. Not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite booths at the show so far, by far. Look at that. That looks like an old GMC, what do they call them? Aero? No, that's Ford Aerostar. GMC Safari. That's what I'm thinking. Wow, here she is. First time seeing an AMG 1 in person. Is this like a Honda S660 with a really well done Mark V Supra body kit and a Fast and Furious livery? Daihatsu Copen. Okay, so this is gonna take some explaining. 3-liter, a 2J of course, with an engine bay that's actually been worked a little bit. This thing looks like it's been driven. I don't know. This looks like almost, I don't know, some kind of pedestrian Nissan, just judging by those center climate control buttons. But I could be totally wrong. With a Supra front end and rear end and Fast and Furious livery. Mugen Super 1 prototype. This is a really good looking K car. Oh, that's so cool. The offset air intake at the front. Those are always the best. Okay, the back end's not as nice. Nah, it looks a little bit more pedestrian from the back, but still cool nonetheless. Now, here's a car that I hopefully will be driving in a couple of months. It seems like all the dealer cars have gotten there before a lot of journalists and YouTubers have got their hands on them to drive them, but the new Prelude. Okay, check this out, you guys. Mazda's doing it, Nissan's been doing it, and now Honda's doing it. Honda Heritage Works is what they're calling it, but basically reproduction parts for old school cars like this NA1 NSX right here. That's by far the cleanest NSX underside I've ever seen. And that's because it's the first one I've ever seen. But reproduction camshaft, and then over here, a fresh engine block. Guys, is that the new MR2? Is that the next generation MR2? It's as close as we're gonna get today, unfortunately. Not Lotus Elise based. It's got a manual, some kind of crazy tub. That doesn't really remind me of anything. That is very unique. I wouldn't say it's aggressive, stunning looking. I don't think the windows, the greenhouse effect is really working here, but under the hood, SR20. Transverse mounted SR20, just like you'd find in a Nissan Pulsar GTI-R. That's cool. Manual transmission mid-engine SR20? What? So I had no idea before I came to Japan. Chevy actually sells the Corvette here in Japan. I had no idea. Oh, there you go. BYD, build your dreams, trying to infiltrate the Japanese market. We'll see how they do. The Japanese are not, of course, leading the charge in EV sales right now. They're focused on, I don't know, performance stuff, hybrids, and things like that. But when I was in Mexico 2 weeks ago, a ton of BYDs and other Chinese EVs. In fact, the only EVs I saw my entire time in Mexico, no Tesla. I didn't see any Teslas in Mexico. It was all Chinese EVs. So if there is a sign that they're coming for the US, that's it. Garage Active, of course. R33 GTR, all carbon. I'm pretty sure this is the same one we saw at SEMA. It's so wild to see Suzuki as a brand, as an auto manufacturer, alive and well, actually making vehicles that people are buying. Like behind me is just this tiny crossover, not tiny here in Japan, but tiny for North America, hybrid crossover. Whoa, this is wild. This is so ridiculous. Nissan Z body kit, Vossen wheels. Those must be, I don't know, at least 24, 25 inches. Okay, I found it. I heard about this. VR38 swapped A80 Supra. Check that out. Of course, top secret. The gold gives it away. Not very often you see a company take hold of a color like Top Secret has with gold. I mean, it's almost to the level of Ferrari with red. That's so crazy. There is a shift knob in there with an H pattern, and that's a VR38. So unless there's some insane wizardry in which no crowds are gathered for this unbelievable feat of engineering, somebody manual swapping a VR38, then I'm lost. Okay, the plaque didn't really tell me anything, but nonetheless, really cool swap. I mean, that is a straight line, high-speed sweeper, Wangan, like just destroyer right there. If you look closely, still has the factory analog A80 super gauges. Kind of an old school looking either Sparco or something steering wheel. Brand new Recaros. All right, behind me, you guys, is a car we've been waiting for a long time. It's a Z, it's a Fairlady Z, what they call it here in Japan. Nismo, that was previously only available with an auto, that's a manual transmission. So that is a win right now. At least very briefly, I saw the plaque. It says MT right next to it. So you guys asked for it. Nissan should have come out with this with a manual transmission from the get-go, but here it is. Yay, Nissan, good job. There you go. Yeah, see, that guy was like, is it a manual? I'm trying to see, is it a manual? Yes, it is. Okay, so I missed the press conference, but this is, as you guys can see, a Nissan Aura Nismo RS concept. So some kind of small crossover, a little bit bigger than what you would call a hot hatch, but as far as concepts go, this looks like it's pretty much ready for production. That's not actually that outlandish, something that you wouldn't expect to come to production. This should be in North America. People would eat this up, at least in the enthusiast community. Only in Japan, you guys, does the Autech brand carry enough weight to warrant being put on a Nissan Leaf. Oh my, that's amazing. If you guys don't know, of course, Autech built a lot of cars for Nissan back in the day. S15 Vari, a couple more before we leave. We're at the HKS booth. I couldn't leave without coming and seeing HKS, so GR Yaris Gen 2 Dimension Y. So I believe it's like a bunch of bolt-ons. Oh wow, okay. According to this plaque, 400 horsepower. Again, this is a small car in modern context. When you stand beside a GR Yaris in person, it's not really any smaller than a Corolla. It's pretty much the same size. Big carbon wing, of course, but not too big. And then I'm gonna guess a similar treatment. Ooh, wow. With the R35 GTR, that is a real active rear wing with DRS on an R35. If the R35 had continued for just a little bit longer, that's what it would have. Similar to the 992 GT3 RS, sorry. Wow, Advent GTs, of course. Stuff like this is still relevant, which is insane because the R35 is so old. You would have thought everything that could have been done to this car, modifications-wise, would have been done already, but there you go, active aero, the last piece. This is way more ridiculous than I initially thought. So under the hood is not a 3.8 liter VR38. It's obviously more than bolt-ons. It's a 4.3 liter VR38 making 1,200 horsepower. And if you look at the license plate, it says the HKS. That is basically, same with the GR Yaris over there. It is HKS's, their new line of like OEM spec cars, bundles, a package, whatever you want to call it, that you could just buy outright. So this costs 110 million yen, which I'll throw the conversion up right now, but HKS is so well known. I mean, it's ridiculously smart for them to do this. I had no idea these Jimmys were so popular. Look, even Gretty did a build. A tiny little turbo. Wow, we're here at the RMMIA booth, and this three-rotor FC, believe it or not, with an FD front end, is one of the cleanest cars I've seen at the show. Really functional fitment too. I hope this car gets used. It's not, it's a show car. It's a showpiece, I should say, but twin turbos too. All right, two moderately sized twin turbos. This thing will actually spool before 5,000. Oh, never mind, there's three turbos. Three turbos, tri-turbos. That's insane. How many times can I say the word insane? Not sure. All right, you guys, the floodgates are about to open to the public, and I'm just gonna bounce as soon as that happens. I'm gonna get out of here because it's gonna get crazy. I am so surprised I've even been able to film as much as I have. So if this is the last time I see you guys, thank you for watching. If you ever have a chance to get to Japan, to Tokyo, to do car things, it's 100% worth it, and you can do it for pretty cheap. The flights are the biggest expense, but accommodations, you could do it for half the price as the same thing would cost you in the US. So food for thought. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit me up on Instagram, and I'll tag as many of the car builders and other people down in the description. See you soon.